Everybody, how's it going out there? So welcome to part one of a four-part series. I have an intro video that describes this behind-the-scenes things of how these letters came to be. So you can click a card up there in the top right corner of the screen, stage left, your right, in order to find out the story behind these letters. But for a quick little rundown, picture it. It is the fall of 2015. I had just finished self-publishing my book and bought an ISBN. And all of a sudden, I receive a strange letter in the mail. Something that was kind of creepy to me because I had not told anyone in my real life that I had written a book, but I had to put my real name on those things to say who owned the book and stuff like that when I registered my ISBN, so I knew exactly where this had come from. Kind of a little freaked out, I did read this letter. Now, this letter was kind of in a sort of emblem kind of thing. It was like sort of like a folding book kind of a thing. It wasn't like a standard letter. So the presentation was pretty good. I'll give it that compliment. But the first letter is kind of got to put the setting in. So let's just, without further ado, read this first letter that came in from these publishers. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's begin. Have you written, capital W, a book? Ellipses. Before you use this letter to start a fire in your fireplace, you might want to ask yourself a few questions about your book before you make a huge mistake. Dear Tantru, I am not sure where you are in your project, but no matter where you are, you might want to stop and be sure you don't make any of the following mistakes. ... Are all the images you used copyright free? You can't just take images from the internet and think it's okay. Is your book and inside designed in such a way so the reader would want to open it? Has it been professionally proofed and edited? Does it look as professional as other books? These are just a few of the many items you need to check to be sure your book is truly ready to print. Don't go to press with your book until you are sure it is perfect, or you may realize after it's too late that you made a huge, maybe several huge, mistakes. At this point, you may be thinking, why do you care about my book? Because that is what we do! I am with insert publishing company here, and we specialize in helping authors make their manuscript in whatever form it is in and turn it into a finished book that is as good or better than any book you may see in Barnes & Noble or the Library of Congress. Few people realize the sheer amount of hard work that goes into the create work of writing a book. I'm going to stop that, right? We're going to stop for a second. Can we read that sentence again? Few people realize the amount of sheer hard work that goes into the create work of writing a book. Now, most of you probably realize they meant to use the word creative work of writing a book there, not the word create. I can only imagine. Did you be sure to proofread the advertisement selling proofreading to this author? Did you proofread it? Did you proofread it? Okay. No? Oh, that's too bad. Like, that one sentence right there probably cost this unfortunate soul many customers. I will do you a solid, and since you advertised so well to me, I will say, make sure you use the right words in the right places. So, few people realize the sheer amount of hard work that goes into the creative work of writing a book. I know you realize it because I'm sure you have hundreds of hours into your work. Could you, by the way, another criticism here, since we're on criticisms, see the words work right there? Like underneath, like create work, and then you look down and there's work. She used the word work twice. She could have said, I'm sure you put hundreds of hours into your piece. I'm sure you put hundreds of hours into your writing. Like, she could have used any other word. Like, actually, writing's kind of been used. So piece would have been a good word there. Like, I hate using words, overusing words. And you're going to find that this person does that a lot. The finished product looks like it was fun to do. Easy, perhaps. Surely, all you have to do is ellipses plus 2 periods. Right. Right? Wrong! Ooh, I hit that too hard. Wow, startled me, lady. This character was a lady, by the way. If you are one of the discriminating readers who reads the acknowledgement page that can be found in almost professionally published book, you would know there's more to the story. First off, I think she meant to say discerning, not discriminating. Like, when I think of discriminating, I think of, infliction of biases upon human beings, whereas discerning is a lot less concerning. I think that's the word you meant to use there, but I'm not sure. So it's discriminating. Readers, you're a discriminating reader. Shame on you. It doesn't matter what the cover of the book is. It's on the inside, you discriminating reader. Anyways, it takes a team of talented people, each with different skills, to make a story from manuscript to well-published book. We have the team, and you are a vital part of it. You are the creative genius and director. We do the rest. We are your lackeys. I added that. That's not in the letter. Our team is from St. Louis, Missouri. And they forgot a comma here. That's why I put that there. You put a comma between the city and the state, just so you're aware. It's just like you put a comma between the state and the country. Separating out the locations from each other. It's something you do. Did you copy edit this? Missouri is known as Show Me State, and we want to show you what a terrific resource we are for authors considering self-publishing. The reason I put that red blotch there is, as anyone can see, Missouri is known as the Show Me State. Missouri is known as Show Me State. You need an article there. The Show Me State. It's a thing. You need articles. Man, come on. Did we copy edit the copy editing advertisement? Please. And we want to show you what a terrific resource we are for authors who are considering self-publishing. We are unique because we really do care about your book. It is just a production line for us. It's not just a production line for us. It is a labor of love, just like I'm sure you feel that writing is it was also a labor of love for you. Okay, that's page 1. Let's go to page 2. Here's where it gets really advertising, so I'll try to break it up as much as I can. You see, it goes well beyond just putting up a website or sending out a letter like this to get clients to buy from us and then producing a quality. That sentence is so clunky. Like, you could say to get clients to it takes more than sending out a letter like this to get clients to utilize our services, right? To me, utilize our services sounds a lot more professional than buy from us. Like, I don't know, like, this seems to be written at like a low reading level. So, like, I think that what happens here is that they're going after self-publishing people that are not that well educated and probably do need a lot of help, by the way, at proofreading and editing their things, rather than just like knowing that you're like you have a person that you can trust to kind of box your ears when you're like to help you smooth out the things, which is fine, but. This is long enough. I don't need to project a little bit here, but that's just my thought on that. It's about the personal service and the journey. Oh, it's always about the journey. Weary on my wayward son. When you call us, the phones are answered by our local staff. Real people with real information who go out of their way to make sure you get the answers you need. Our staff is skilled and experienced. If you don't know the answers you seek, we probably know someone who does. Company name here, a publisher, is part of a family-owned group of companies. Overall group that owns the subsidiary of that company here. Founded in 1992, our director of publishing has been in the printing/publishing business, which is all caps for some reason, but they're not proper nouns, for more than 35 years, and is a past president of the printing industries of St. Louis. Our collective staff has hundreds of years of experience. Okay, I want to give you guys a math problem right now. I always have a problem with this idea of a collective experience, at least in this case. Like this claim that, amongst our staff, we have hundreds of years of experience. So let's say I have a bunch of brain surgeons, and I have 500 of them, and I make the claim, collectively, our brain surgeons have a collective of 500 years of experience. No, they don't. They each, as individuals, have 1 year of experience. Okay? When it comes to brain surgery, I think I would rather have one person who has 10 years of experience, like your president. Okay, he's got 35 years of experience. Great. But your collective staff has hundreds of years of experience. So literally, like, if let's say it's 100, okay? Let's say your collective staff has, like, let's say 200. Let's say it has 200 years of experience. And your president makes up for 35 of that. Your president is making up for 1/6 of your entire experience. Okay? If you had 6 of your presidents, they would have hundreds of years of experience. But if you have collective staff that has hundreds of years of experience, that means your staff is about 5/6 of your president. Right? That's the minimum, 200, right? I'm doing math in a joke about grammar, in a thing that's supposed to be joking about grammar, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's move on, because this is going to be long enough. For you, this means that when you call us, you are going to get people who really do care about every little detail, so that we can help you achieve your vision. Before I go any further, let me say that we don't work with just anybody. We specialize in people who need help solving a problem. You know what I mean, wink, wink. Or people who really want to have their hand held through the process. Whew, that last part is kind of demeaning. You could have softened the blow a little bit. If you already have the book and cover designed, formatted, edited, that's okay. You still need a printer who will produce and deliver the product in a timely fashion. Deliver to the right place and ensure top quality. You still need marketing help and a way to sell it online or off. Now, on that last point, yes. That point I failed at. Absolutely. And that point I did slack on. I did a lot of the other stuff when I self-published, but the marketing part, that part's the big part. But thank you for helping me market my book for free. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't sell any copies, and I don't plan on selling any copies. You provided me this letter for free. It's public domain now. Anyways, we are not, and I'm providing a performance to it, so I'm performing transformative things to it because I'm interjecting commentary. Fair use. Disclaimer in the middle of what I'm doing. Anyways, you need. What we are not is the low bid provider. Our prices are very fair, but if you are looking for the cheapest possible price to print books, you may as well start a fire in your fireplace with this letter, or use it to light your birdcage. We are not Amazon! It costs money to give the service we give, and we can't do that for nothing. If maybe, just maybe, You are thinking, is this book really ready to go? Or it sure would be nice to know what I need to do before I get too far into this project. Then I have an offer that is pretty darn tempting. We will do a free 52-point professional, don't go to print until you're sure it's perfect, evaluation of your book, which is now a proper noun because it's very important. All you have to do is upload your book file, which is no longer a proper noun because it's no longer important, to your website, and we will have our professional book design team look at it, review it to make sure that it has the 52 key characteristics in order. They did forget a the there. So it literally reads as, review it to make sure it has 52 key characteristics in order. I mean, I guess that sort of works, but I like the in front of that because you have sold this 52-point professional key thing as an article, as a thing. So I would like to see the 52 key characteristics in order because it makes it sound more professional. I don't know. That's just me. I'm copy editing your copy editing advertisement. Okay, don't judge me, and give you a report back on anything we see wrong. No gimmicks, no strings, no fees. Just a free review and consultation. Just go to the website link here and follow the directions on the screen. Why would we do that? What's the catch? This is not a hard sell. No catch. If you don't like anything we show or tell you, you can walk away at any time with no worries. Uh-oh, she said the show and tell thing. Is she going to bring that joke up again? The why is real simple. We need new clients, as every business does. Honest. Rather than make a bunch of hyped up promises, we would rather show you. Oh, she did it. She did it. You remember the show me state reference that we made on the previous page? It was really good, wasn't it? Anyways, that we are really serious about helping you, which is why I just made a joke about my state's motto. You know, transitions in a sentence, yes. Anyways, in fact, this review is the first step we go through with every client who hires us to work on their book. Rather than words, let us prove to you the actions that we really are a different kind of company. Oh, I think you've already proven that. One that you would be proud to have as a partner on your book project. Go to the next page, you silly Roo. Once we do our review, if you are interested, we can give you a proposal to do whatever level of work you need to get your book from its current state to a final printed, bound, and beautiful product. She doesn't use an Oxford comma here. And I did a preview of this last night, and I asked myself during that preview if she had used an Oxford comma or not before. So she doesn't use an Oxford comma here, but when we get to letter, I think it is 4, she uses an Oxford comma. So she's not being consistent with her usage of Oxford commas. So pick a side, lady. Oxford commas are important. People die during those kind of debates. Pick a side. Pick an Oxford comma or don't pick an Oxford comma. So that joke will pay off. And I actually will remember that because I'm recording these all on the same day. But I previewed them last night and I wanted to get this in ready, and I kind of read through it really quick just to kind of remember what these letters said fully, to kind of put my own interjections in. But now I'm making an impromptu interjection because I remembered that there was an Oxford comma in a later letter, and there is no Oxford comma after bound here. I will do a video on Oxford commas. It is an interesting subject. I actually learned a lot about Oxford commas, and I think I realize now why they're such a contentious thing of debate. But I won't give you a preview on that because this video is going to be long enough, all right? So anyways, if you want to see the Oxford comma video, please leave a comment in the description or in the thing below. Or hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. F the algorithm. Hit the thumbs up button if you like it. And heck, if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. I could hardly give a hoot. I don't care. I'm doing this for my own my own fun, okay? I don't care what the algorithm says. You can take your algorithm and shove it. Computers work for us. I don't work for a computer. Stupid arses. Anyways, skeptical. I'll make a whole video on that too. And beautiful product that makes you proud. Skeptical? That's okay. I am always skeptical when someone sends me an unsolicited letter in the mail. But let me ask you this. Are you an expert on book design? If you are, then I congratulate you. But very few people can say that. Why not talk to an expert? That's us, by the way, in case I didn't hammer that point home with my writing. Especially if it's free. In all caps. It is a super proper noun. And see if we can point out a thing or two that can help you. We are not coming to your house. Aww. Well, actually, I'm kind of relieved because this is kind of stalkery. It is a phone call and a file upload. You can always hang up or delete the email if you decide you don't like us. What do you have to lose? The answer to that question is money. Worried about us stealing your manuscript or book idea? That is a valid concern. However, I can assure you that is not a problem and we would never do such a thing. Can I prove that? Yes. Just take a look at all of the testimonials enclosed and also our website. Do you think we would have so many satisfied clients if we were stealing books? Go to the BBBB, the Better Business Bureau, or any watchdog website and see if you can find any dirt on us. You won't find it because we are honest, hard-working Midwesterners who just want to make our client happy and hopefully make a couple of bucks along the way. Yeah, we want the money, man. We will honor your privacy and copyright. Our job is to help you through the entire process to design, print, no Oxford comma, and sell your book. It is secure. So, like, this whole first letter does not use an Oxford comma, it looks like. So her fourth letter does, which is kind of weird to me. Like, I guess she got converted to Oxford along the way. God rest her soul. At least, no, I'm an Oxford comma person. I like Oxford commas. But I will go over that in that future video if you want it. All right, it is an interesting thing because I've discovered it. You know, it's like one of those discoveries you make and realize that both sides have a point. But and why they're so like hardcore on their beliefs. It's like religion, only with grammar. Anyway, it's like religious conflict, only with grammar. Anyways, so it is secure. Let me make one thing clear. We are not for everyone. We are for clients who acknowledge they need help and like the idea of a truly unique experience. One with caring people that is very hard to find these days. You see, we do things a little differently than our competition. We have some old-fashioned values that come through in the way we approach a client. Just a few things that set us apart, ellipses. We answer the phones with our local staff who are eager to help you and know what they are talking about. During normal business hours, by the way. Don't call us while we're trying to watch our soap operas and Netflix or something. Anyways, we return phone calls and get back to you in a timely fashion with whatever answer you are seeking. It will usually take less than an hour for us to get back to you. We don't take files from clients and print them without looking them over and trying to find obvious problems and help improve the file. Why didn't you use the word work there? You used it so much earlier. Oh, never mind, you use it down here. We really do stand behind our work. It's not a cliche, but an everyday occurrence. It's monotonous. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't say that. Everyone involved with the process has years of experience. You are not talking to a telemarketer who is reading the answers off a screen. We're an improv group. Anyways, What I am saying is we really do provide knock your socks off better than you imagine, rapid response, knowledgeable, flawless personal service. Okay. Well, I guess there's no and there. It's a free-flowing thought. We know that satisfied clients are the lifeblood of our business, and we will do whatever it takes to make sure you are satisfied in every way possible. All right, so go to the next page. Now, I'm going to stop it here, actually. There was a fourth page, but the fourth page is really like, if you were to take the fourth page by itself, it would be sort of like the letter that you would receive. Like, it would say, here's what we do, here's our company name, here's our logo, and like all of our contact information. So basically, it would be just like a big orange splotch, and I didn't think it had anything of value. Basically, because the letter ends here, basically, the whole like free form letter that she's trying to do here. Obviously, there's some copy editing issues, some other things that I don't care for. So there is something called technical writing. So I'm going to do a little bit of analysis at the end here. So if you're here for the funsies, now's the time to run while you still can. There is something called technical writing, and there's something called narrative writing. Now, the idea that she's going for is sort of a personable approach. But like this is a bit too much. Like this too much bold. You don't need ellipses here. Don't capitalize the W, please. The following mistakes. This should be a colon, not an ellipses. If you're going to start a bullet list, you don't use an ellipses, you use a colon. And she does this often. Like, this is a big thing that I don't like. You don't use ellipses to start lists. You use a colon. That's the whole reason they made the colon in the first place. You don't need an ellipses for that. Has it been professionally? This subthought should be its own thing. So if you're going to make a bullet list, don't use parentheses. Instead, this should be its own subthought. So it's like, all the images you used copyright free? And then you would put a sub bullet that says you can't just take images off the internet and think that's okay. Like, when you're doing technical writing, you don't want to bog down your bullet point. You want to make your bullet point concise, because when you're making bullet points at technical writing level, you want to make it so that your person can just go through and just go boom, 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 boom. And if there's subthoughts or additional information that you might think can help flesh out some details about that step, you could put like a sub step below, right? So now she goes back to a more narrative style. Obviously, there is issues here. I like the right, wrong thing. That is kind of cute. You don't need to overemphasize an ellipses, because this makes me think that you think you're very, very clever instead of letting your cleverness pop out, right? So like, like doing like a comedic pause, you're like, I'm about to tell a joke. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm about to tell a joke. Here's the joke. Right, wrong. Ha, see, right and right are the same words. They're a homonym. Or is that what it is? A homonym? Yes. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, Internet. I'm doing this off the cuff. So homonyms are things that sound like hour and hour. Ooh, is it like blistering snow outside? Woo. It's May, people. And it's snowing. Wow, it is almost blizzard conditions. What happened here? Well, I'm not mowing the lawn today. Anyways, I guess I'm staying indoors. So if you are one of the discriminating readers, blah, blah, blah. So obviously there's the issue here. So, okay, there's not much to talk about remaining on this page. So let's go here. This is fine. She was a little redundant with the 52-point thing. Like, she was trying to sell it too hard because she uses it twice in the same paragraph. I already know she's talking about the 52-point program or 52 characteristics thing, so I don't need her to repeat it. And if you do use the word the, And I think there's not too much wrong else with the second page. One thing here is that it does seem like this book project, and it looks like the second paragraph here is part of this subsection. So she's doing this technical writing thing. Once she gets down to this part here, she goes back into a technical format. She did a narrative style. I call it narrative versus technical. She did a narrative style up here, and then she goes back into technical. So like we have this situation here where it's like, what's the catch? There's some blank space down here. I don't know if her margin got cut off, but maybe she could have like pushed this to the next page so that this didn't bleed over. So you could see like there's like subsections here, which is fine. It's not the greatest thing. A very, very like if you're talking about perfection, this right here and this right here and this right here, you see how the underline is not underlining the space between the section and the section header, but here it is, and here it is as well. So you have to backspace, unclick the underline thing, and then hit space again to fix that. Once again, starting a bullet list off with an ellipses, do not do that, please. Surprised she didn't put these in bold because she likes bold. Once again, I don't know why she had to emphasize during normal business hours here. And I don't know why this is in bold. But that's little picky things. Copy edit. You're at copy editing advertisement, please. Just that's my free gift to you. Okay, but I think it was interesting. At least they're being brave and letting their people develop their own letters, apparently, because it certainly doesn't sound like it just came off of a thing. I'm certainly probably not the target audience for letters like these. It's probably for people who, are skilled enough at writing that they would want to self-publish a book, but not skilled enough at writing to be impressed by a letter like this. So, like, there's clientele for that, and there's certainly not going to be like high rollers who are going to look for perfection. But anyways, so that was the first letter of 4. The next letter will be up tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this thing and you want to do it, you may kick the like button. Don't do it for the algorithm. Do it for you. Kick that comment in the comment section. And if you like this kind of content, this is not normally what I do, but I do tangential things sometimes, and I wanted to have a little fun because, people need fun right now. We're all going a little stir crazy, and I wanted to have some fun. So, but kick that like, kick the subscribe button, kick a comment in the comment section. Maybe you'd like to have more videos like this. Well, you're going to have at least 3 more. But if you like this kind of stuff, I will probably have fun doing it. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video for letter 2. Dun 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 dun.